This is the Aftermarket Radio Network.
Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Walker, and today we're going to be talking about when do you take time to think? But first, I would like to thank our sponsors, RepairPal and AppFueled. Thank you to our friends at RepairPal for providing this episode. RepairPal certified networks of shops are trusted by millions of customers each month. Learn more at repairpal.com/shops. And are you ready to convert clients to members? AppFueled specializes in creating custom apps tailored specifically for professional auto repair businesses. Visit appfueled.com to get started today. Keep your shop top of mind on the mobile device they love. All right. So, as the owner of the business, your value is in your mental clarity, it's in the vision that you set for the organization, and it's in your ability to lead the team. But we are constantly in a state of distraction. If you think about it, you are sitting there most of the time with your phone in your hand looking at it. So you're distracted by notifications from emails and text messages and social media and all of these things. If you're not playing on your phone, you've got stuff that's coming to you through radio, or if you're like me, you listen to a lot of podcasts. You're listening to one right now. In the evenings, maybe you watch a lot of TV or you spend time on social media. And no matter what it is that you do, the thing is, we have very little time with a clear head. We have very, like, a lot of the best entrepreneurs these days are into meditation. And the reason that they do that is because while they're meditating, it's some of the only clear-headed time that they have during the day. And that's the focus of their meditation in most cases, is literally to clear your head, to have nothing going on in there, and to be able to listen to your thoughts. Because we as a society, we just don't take much time to think anymore. And us being an EOS company, we've talked about this on a million of our episodes. I mean, not that we've done a million episodes, but you know what I'm saying. We talk about it all the time that we're an EOS company, and EOS has tools. And one of those tools in EOS is called a clarity break. And when our EOS implementer gave us this assignment to do a clarity break, and this has probably been a year ago now, I was kind of, on the inside, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And as a leadership team, we made it all, and it took most of us a little while to actually do it. I think most of us we diminished the value of having that clarity break, and we didn't do it right away. We all ended up doing it just as okay, let me get this done and over with. And all three of us, when we did that clarity break, we were all kind of mind blown by the results of that clarity break. So in EOS, when you do a clarity break, basically what you do is you get yourself a pen and pad and you get away from your normal environment. So you don't do this at your home. You don't do this at your shop. Actually, if you listen back to episode 125, it should be episode 125 anyway. Sometimes the numbers get changed up. But we did an episode on stop playing small. If you listen back to that, I talk about clarity break and how a clarity break basically got me to stop playing small. But you get your pen and pad, you get out of your normal environment. So you're not at home, you're not at the shop, you go somewhere different. And look, this is a great excuse. Okay. Call it what you want, but this is it's an amazing thing to do on a vacation, and you don't want to have to take a vacation every time you want to do a clarity break. So you don't want to get into the habit of it has to be some big elaborate thing. However, I mean, we're coming into the holidays right now, and a lot of us are traveling for the holidays, and a lot of us are going to visit family. A lot of shops that I know of are closed between Christmas and New Year's. And that is like when you get away, that is a great time to do this clarity break. You have your pen and your pad, and you just go spend an hour or so. It can be more. I wouldn't do any less than an hour, but it could be more than an hour, but you just go sit down and you clear your head of all of the distractions, and you let your thoughts take over, and you just start writing things down, whatever it is that you're thinking. And I'm going to tell you about my clarity break. So in my business, and this is actually what led to that podcast episode about stop playing small. In my business, we are obsessed with providing a great service to our clients. We are obsessed with providing them great results. And look, we're not perfect, but for the most part, we get great results for our clients. We are obsessed with providing great customer service. We are obsessed with being the best communicators in our industry. And without a doubt, we are. But when it came time to grow, and don't get me wrong, I wanted to grow a business that provided a very nice life, for me and my family and my team and my clients. So I wanted to build a highly successful business. But there was a number that I had in my head where I was thinking, I want to get to this number of clients. And then once we get there, I just want to stay there, because I did not see how we could possibly provide that amazing customer service to our clients when we got past that number of clients that we had. And in that clarity break, as I'm just sitting there thinking, it came to me that Disney provides an incredibly high level of customer service to their clients every day. And we're talking about thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people every single day that receive a great customer experience from them. And it's like, well, if Disney does this, then why can't I? And that's what came to me in the clarity break. And that led to me taking the chains off of the business and saying, okay, let's go. Let's do this. And to stop playing small. And understand, unless you go back to when we were coming out of our bankruptcy, I'm not someone who plays small. Even my smaller version of the business wasn't what I would really consider playing small, but it was definitely being smaller minded than what we are now. And that clarity break allowed me to see that it is possible. It's just that it's going to take systems and processes. And being an EOS company, we're all about systems and processes anyway. So I went from thinking we can not handle more than this and provide that great service to literally being of the mindset now that we could have as many clients. Like there's no maximum number. We can still provide that amazing level of customer service and the great results to our clients, all because of that clarity break. And I'm probably explaining a little too much about my clarity break now, so I'm going to move on from that. But the clarity break is what allows you to see things that you're not seeing every day amidst all the distractions. It will allow you to see opportunities in your business. It will allow you to see the weaknesses that are in your business, and it will allow you to see the solution to fix any of those things in your business. But you have got to get away from the normal circumstances that you are in, and you have got to clear your head of the distractions that you're constantly having. And look, this is the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast. What does this have to do with marketing? Oh, it's got everything to do with marketing, because marketing takes creativity. Marketing takes doing things that break people's normal cycle, their normal thought processes. In the marketing world, we call it creating a pattern interrupt. And a pattern interrupt only lasts for a short period of time before people get used to everyone doing that same pattern interrupt, and it just stops working. So getting out of your distractions when it comes to marketing and thinking about what are the things that we could do to market our business that's going to cause that pattern interrupt, that's going to cause people to want to bring their vehicle to us instead of to the other person that they may have been using for years, or for us to stand out among the sea of auto repair shops that are out there. What can we do? Well, if you are spending every hour of every day getting a distraction from social media and podcasts and radio and television and all of these different advertisements, and you don't give yourself a break from it, then you will never have that creative thinking that it is going to take to market your business in a way that is going to attract those clients. So, a clarity break can absolutely have a particular focus to it. You might go into a clarity break with a situation where you're like, I've got a 3 base shop. I've got 3 technicians. We are completely maxed out. How can we possibly grow this business some more? And that clarity break will show you ways of doing things that you would have never thought about otherwise. Your clarity break might be about your marketing, like I just gave you the example of, and to go sit down and really have some time to do nothing but focus on that and write down all of the things that come to you. And look, when you're having these clarity breaks, write it all down, no matter how outlandish you think it is, no matter how stupid of an idea you might think it is, no matter how much you think, oh, we could never afford to do that. Write it down anyway. And like, just start everything that comes into your mind about that thing, get it down on paper, and later you can come back and look at that and say, is that viable or is it not? But during the clarity break, do not put limits on your thinking. If you're listening to this and you think that you want to do a clarity break, I'll give you some questions that can get you started. And you could go into a clarity break without a focus and just start asking yourself these questions. All right. So, number 1, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? Number 2, today I am dreaming about, and you fill in the blank. Number 3, what is draining my energy right now? Number 4, what do you admire and why? Or I'm sorry, who do you admire and why? And what are they doing that you can do also? Number 5, how do you practice caring for yourself? Or you'll how do I practice caring for myself? Number 6, what am I most proud of? Number 7, what can I declutter physically or emotionally today or this weekend? Number 8, what are your self affirmations? Make a list of statements to remind yourself about who you are, what your talents are, what your skills are, what you believe about yourself. And the whole affirmation thing, that could be another whole podcast in itself. And it will be another podcast in itself because it's so important. But the things that you are saying about yourself, they become the truth. And sometimes in your clarity break, you might have to think about things like that. What am I saying about myself? And do those things serve me or not? What could I be saying about myself that I'm not that could serve me? So those questions are a good place to start, and we'll put those in the show notes. The other thing is, clarity breaks are not just for you. Your clarity breaks are for you and anybody on your leadership team. These are for people who are helping you to make decisions in your business. I mean, just being real, your technicians are probably not going to do clarity breaks. It's not something that you would probably see a lot of benefit from, but your service managers, your service advisors, if you have business partners, your business partners, all of these people should be doing clarity breaks. And if you go to YouTube and you do a search for EOS clarity break, you'll find a lot of information on this. Um, it is it's a life-changing thing, and honestly, it's something that you should probably be doing like once a month minimum. So what is next, after the clarity breaks? Well, you can expand that journaling. You got that pen and that pad. You can take each one of those things that you wrote down and start expanding upon them. And, taking them and deciding, is it viable or not? Um, it doesn't just stop with getting the stuff down on paper. You have to actually take action with the things that come to you during that clarity break. So, put some action items on your calendar and make time to do this. Schedule a follow-up visit with yourself. I know that sounds crazy, but if you put something on your calendar, it's much more likely to happen. And then lastly, tell an accountability partner that you're doing this, and maybe, share with them what it is that came to you in your clarity break. If you haven't listened to the episode that I did, it's either just before this one or 2 episodes ago. It should be episode number 125, that is all about not playing small. You really should go back and listen to that, because in that episode, we talk about the people that you surround yourself with. We talk about the importance of, having those mentors. We're talking about telling an accountability partner. Your accountability partner should it's great when they can be someone who is not only holding you accountable to do it, but can also give you feedback on the results from it. So if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have a coach, then you need to get that mentor or that coach. And, that is probably going to be your accountability partner. If you have a coach, your coach is probably your accountability partner in this case. So I know that, for the most part, we are the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast, and we try to keep this podcast to marketing. Now we're 125 episodes in. The truth is, it can get difficult to keep coming up with marketing topics to talk about. So if you have a topic that you would like for us to cover, please email us at podcast@shopmarketingpros.com and tell us what it is that you would like us to cover, because I would love to create that episode for you. However, I'm passionate about self-improvement, entrepreneurship, and our industry in general. I love the automotive industry. I think that this industry is made up of the best people in the world. And if you ever go to, the big events, ASTA, Vision, STX, like all of these amazing events that happen. There's one in every corner of the country. If you go to these events and you start meeting the people of this industry, you'll see that what I'm saying is just 100% true, that this industry is made up of the best people in the world. These are the salt of the earth people. And I love this industry and I love talking about it. So yes, we are the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast, but we will get into other topics here and there. And often those are my favorite ones to talk about. So if you have an idea for something you'd like me to cover that is not a marketing topic, I'd probably love to cover that as well. So let me know. Again, podcast@shopmarketingpros.com. I want to thank our sponsors again, AppFueled and RepairPal, for providing this episode. Without them, we really couldn't do this. And if you're not listening to the other podcasts on the Aftermarket Radio Network, you are missing out. Go to aftermarketradionetwork.com. There are 6 podcasts as part of the Aftermarket Radio Network right now. Man, it is a treasure trove of information. Go check it out, aftermarketradionetwork.com. I appreciate you for listening. I hope that you'll listen in again next week. And until then, go fill those bays.